Hello, Guillaume. I hope that you are doing fine. It's great to see you. Last year in November, you were elected the Global Fleet Manager of the Year. I'm sure that you still remember that evening. And that was for all your achievements in global fleet management at your company, Schindler. Well, of course, we would like to know in what way has this award brought benefits to you, your organization, and your program at Schindler?
Hi, Steven. Well, thank you. Uh, the award brought recognition on the great achievements realized, and the benefits were for the team, all the fleet managers, and the global procurement team to be very pleased and to be extra motivated to continue our journey and to invest energy. And for the top management, it was a confirmation that we have the correct strategy and that our solutions, mobility, sustainability, innovation, for facing the current challenges are the correct ones. Therefore, the top management trusts the fleet team for implementing further projects.
Okay, that sounds perfect. Of course, you are heading global procurement, also responsible for fleet travel mobility. How many vehicles do you manage at the moment on a global level?
We have about 24,000 cars, more or
Okay,
less.
and you have that across all the regions, I imagine.
Yes. Across all
Okay.
regions, and we are covering, I would say, more than 30 countries, relevant countries.
Okay. And of course, one of the key elements to be successful in global fleet is to have the right mandate and is to have also the right balance between, on the one hand, global guidelines, global strategy, and then regional policies and local implementation. How did you achieve this in a complex organization like Schindler? What is your success recipe?
Well, to be successful in global fleet, we need to find the right balance between global and local with the right mix of responsibilities, decisions, implementation. And there is no magic recipe. A mandate from the top management is a must, and it was given to me. Uh, and in addition to this mandate, the global fleet team must earn the respect of all the local fleet managers, and we need to show that we bring added value to them. And the local teams must focus on the interest of the group and not only of their own entity, of their own country.
If we now look at the three S's that are so important in our ecosystem: savings, sustainability, and safety. And let's start with savings. Um, in what way can you, on a global level, achieve the cost savings that are asked from you? How do you do that to each and every year also achieve the cost targets that are given to you?
Well, I'm not sure it's a secret, but we implemented initiatives which brings the same at the same time the three S's: saving, sustainability, and safety. And I have maybe a few examples. A typical example: telematics, less CO2 emissions because we drive better. We have less accidents, less fuel cost, less insurance cost, and a decent return on investment. Another example could be the routes optimization, not only with telematics, but because we have a better planning, we use predictive maintenance of our elevators, then we have a similar benefits. And maybe as well the downsizing, or like to use better the word right sizing of the cars. With convenient cars, we drive better, smarter. We have smaller cars in the city centers. We have less weight in the cars. So we have more benefits, and it's cheaper for us.
How easy is it, if you look at saving, sustainability, and safety, to achieve those three targets in all the regions where you are active? Because for each of those S configurations, I can imagine that some regions may be a little bit more developed or where targets can be easier achieved than in other regions. How do you make sure that also on a global level, the targets are well achieved in the regions?
Well, it is a challenge, huh? because we have a majority of vans in our fleet, vans which do not return to the branches, so they can be charged overnight. So we don't focus only on EVs to reduce our CO2 emissions, but on each country, then we will have a different strategy. In Brazil, we use mainly ethanol cars. In Spain, we have massively acquired hybrid cars. And in Germany, it's EVs. We have more than 500 EVs being ordered every year. So it's a mix of energy as we adapt our strategy depending on the country.
You already talked about telematics, which is, of course, one of the solutions when we look also in terms of fleet safety and how can technology be used in your fleet program. Are you a firm believer of technology for fleet management success?
Definitely. I mean, it's a very important topic for Schindler. Currently, for safety, we rely on telematics at a group level. There are other local initiatives in order to identify the employees with a behavior which could be corrected.
If you look a little bit forward, what's next on your agenda regarding global fleet management at Schindler?
Well, we have an extensive agenda with out-of-the-box projects which will increase our efficiency and the 3 S's I was just mentioned before. I would rather not mention these projects today and share our successes in 2024. What I can tell you is that for these projects, we started with questions. Why do we need to have a car? To move our employees, to move tools, to visit our customers, and what can we do differently? So it's how we started this out-of-box projects that you will hear about in the next months.
Does this somehow mean that you're also looking at decreasing the volume of fleet vehicles on a global level according to the utilization, according to what is really needed by the organization in the different countries, in the different regions?
Yes, we can say that. I mean, we try to optimize not only the size of the cars, but as well the size of the fleet to bring more mobility solutions. And definitely, it's something that we will implement in the next months.
Okay. Now, we will not wait for the next months to speak again. I hope, of course, that I will see you as the Global Fleet Manager of the Year, but also the jury president of the Fleet Europe Awards at the Fleet Europe Days in Lisbon on the 22nd and 23rd of November. And I'm pretty sure that also there we will have some fantastic and inspiring discussions, Guillaume.
Thank you, Stephen. Looking forward.